Start streaming. See, this I be hating by clicking Facebook. The stuff don't be updated, man. When on the YouTube, when I click the Facebook icon to share it, it don't be updated. It be pulling the thumbnail from last episode. Let me hit F5.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is the show Being a Man, and today we're going to be talking about dating with kids. Should you or should you not? I have my co host with me tonight, Mr. Mango. What's going on?
What it do? What it do? Just chilling. Just chilling.
Yeah, and like always, before we start this show, we like to always give out the information to call in just in case anybody out there who's listening want to get a 2 cents. Number is 929-477-2663. So what's going on, Mr. Mango? I see we got the mic taken care of this morning. This evening.
Yeah, man. Oh, I was. I don't even know what fixed it. I ain't did nothing to fix it. I ain't even reboot the computer like I tell you I was gonna reboot the computer. But I'm glad it's working because that last show was the first show on a new channel, and I hated the fact that the first show on a new channel don't get solved until 8 minutes into the show, and then when it does get solved, there's an echo because I forgot to mute the mic on the computer. So it was just too much. But you live and you learn. Hopefully, the future shows will be better and better and better. That's all I'm trying to do.
Yeah. I'm actually wondering myself. Do I need to rebuild another computer? Like this fucking maybe is it the fucking hard drive I got, or do I need to put a SSD in here or something? Because it just froze on me right before the show, and I just wanted to smash my keyboard so bad.
I don't know. You know, my computer been acting up. Not this one, but the one at the shop been acting up. And I don't know. Maybe they put a clock on it to get us to get the new stuff so they can watch what we doing.
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
Hey, so today's show is dating people with kids. Now, this is something nowadays is probably very difficult. I know, especially for my generation. I mean, my generation, we're in our 30s. So, what is the generational gap like? What does the age range from? Cause like I just said, I'm in my 30s. What does it range? Does it range from people in their 30s to the 40s, or 20s to the 40s?
You know what? I want to say it's like a 10, maybe 15 year window. You know, sliding scale where
Yeah, yeah,
20s, but you can kind of roll with the 20s if you either early in your 30s or late in your teens and 30s. You can kind of roll with them. If you late in your 20s, you know, I think it's a sliding scale, but about a 10 year window. But I do believe that 30-year-old or 31-year-old is coming at life from a whole different perspective than that 39-year-old.
yeah. So, basically, what my point was, like I say, my generation, most of the people I know, they got kids. I think it's near impossible to run into a woman nowadays who have kids,
Who doesn't have any
who
children?
don't have kids. I mean, and and it's probably nothing wrong with it. I want to say, is it a good thing or is it a bad thing? I mean, is the woman in a better headspace, or is she, because if she's single and don't have kids versus the one that's single and does have kids, the ones you see these days that's single without kids are, they partying a lot and dating ballers and stuff. But that's like a younger generation than me though. That's not the generation my age. I normally see like 20-year-olds doing that. But I think it's probably a good thing to date somebody with kids. I think they're in a better headspace. They in the role of handling their responsibilities. And so, well, what do you think about it?
I think you living in a land in which I'm not familiar with because a,
Yeah.
a lot of people ain't ready. They ain't acting like they ready. They not acting responsible like they ready. And there's still, a lot of folks who want to still live that life that they was living before they had them kids, and they they uh they not just be there's certain, I think responsibility really doesn't hit people until about 35. Now, don't get me wrong. There's no rules that say it absolutely this way all the time. But early, 32, 33, 34, 35, that's when folks start really taking things seriously. And if you have children earlier than that, maybe you'll step it up earlier than that. But a lot of times that don't happen. And folks like to let the exceptions be the rule, but in reality, there's more of the rule than there are exceptions. But
You know what? I would say if I was single now and I had to date a woman with kids, the only reason that I would hesitate is the fact that it's gonna be some drama. 9 times out of 10, you're gonna have, if you're a male, you're gonna run into a female, you're gonna run into the baby mama drama, or you're a man, you're gonna run into the same drama, with the baby daddy. 9 times out of 10, not all the time. You got some folks that probably had kids with somebody, and they just both came to a mutual agreement, and they decided to separate. But 9 times out of 10, you're gonna have that baby daddy who's always still trying to stop by and see if he can hit it, like he used to, or
and she be letting them too.
uh,
It's not like it
yeah,
don't
yeah.
happen. She be letting them.
he wouldn't he wouldn't try if it didn't happen, right?
Exactly. Oh,
Yeah, yeah. So,
the thing
so
about. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, so that's my only problem I would have with it, the fact that you had that drama part of it, having the baby daddy always showing up, and I, yeah, that'll be the downside for me on it.
For me, my concern isn't so much about the other parent or lack of parent. My concern is the dynamic between the two people that are dating and the relationship that the non-parent has with the child. Now I know there's different stages of the game. There's we just talking, we dating, or I introduce you to the child. We in a long-term committed relationship. There's different stages. Totally understand that, but sometimes there's an off limits type situation when it comes to the child, or there's I'm gonna put my man before my child, or there's a whole bunch of different type of screwed up scenarios that can happen, that does happen when it comes to we in a relationship, or I'm trying to be with you, and you got kids, and either you not respecting me or you not respecting your kids, and I think that dynamic is what is not addressed as much as the baby mama or the baby daddy drama. Yes, that's gonna happen, but I think the focus should be more on the dynamic between the non-parent party in the relationship and that child, and how either that child is getting the respect that it deserves, or how the man is not, or the woman is getting respect that they deserve, because sometimes females say my kids come first, my kid come first. That doesn't
Yeah,
always should be the way it is in all circumstances. There should be a point in time where if you're trying to establish and or build a relationship, that you have to consider the child and its place, in its
yeah.
proper place in that relationship, and it may not necessarily always be first. You see what I'm saying? Because the child know who their parent is, and they're going to take
Mhm.
your lead on how they're going to respect or deal with the non-parental person in the relationship. Real quick, for those who just joining us on YouTube, thanks for stopping by. Don't be shy, say hi. You can say something in the chat, or if you have something you want to say, a point of view, or you dealing with the situation, love to hear from a lady. You can call in. The number is 929-477-2663. Holla.
So, I have one. I got a question. When you started talking about the kids just then, when do you think, when you're dating someone with kids, when do you think that they should even introduce you to the kids? How long does that relationship has got to go before they even consider introducing you to their kids?
I think children shouldn't be introduced. Like, okay, I'm gonna come from a man perspective, right? You shouldn't
Yeah.
introduce your children to me until after you know me well enough to know that I'm not a threat to you and your kids.
Yeah.
You know, it's a
What
lot.
what would be that point?
Well, I don't think there's a 6 months or a time. I think it has to
Yeah.
do with, am I a threat? And what I mean by am I a threat, I don't mean I'm going to kidnap you and sell you on the human trafficking market. What I mean is, did you look me up? Did you? Because the day and age we live in, we gotta look folks up. You know, did I show up
Yeah.
on any registries? You got kids, you got children. Okay, you might have a daughter, you might have a son. Nowadays, it don't even matter. You have children. Have I shown up on sexual predator registry? Have you even bothered checking? You see what I'm saying? But you're gonna introduce me to your
Yeah.
kids because you think you're a good judge of character, and you need to be honest with yourself. If you were a good judge of character, 9 times out of 10, you wouldn't have bastard kids. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Man, hey, and on that subject of, kids, back in the day, there's a lot of stories of, a lot of people telling stories about how, they used to call them like, I think I forgot what they call them. I think like the uncle or something, or it was another name, but it was always the guy that was around with their mom and stuff like that, and they used to touch these kids, and the mom would not believe them.
Yeah, because she's so
So
caught up in trying to make sure she didn't lose what she thought she had in that particular relationship.
exactly, exactly. So I think dating with kids, not even on the side with a dude that's dating them, just the person who got the kids should be cautious to the point where they got to realize this is not just a good opportunity for them. I mean, it is. It's for the kids too. Like you got to make sure whoever you finna think about being long term with, it does it benefit your kids. So I think people look at it from a point of it just benefiting them instead of benefiting them and the kids.
Hmm.
Because I mean, the kids can get hurt. You can think this person was good to the point where you can just leave your daughter with him. You go on to work,
Really?
and he's messing with your daughter.
And what's crazy is, man, it's like the choices we make and the consequences. You know, when you meet somebody that you're interested in, you're presenting the agent. You're presenting the best you or the best image of you want to present. Meaning you ain't farting around this chick. Or y'all females, y'all wait 5 years after y'all get married before y'all even take a dump around the dude. You know what I'm saying? So it's all
Hmm.
these little things you do or you may or may not do. You trying to present the best you, and that you ain't you. That's and folks need to quit falling for the okie doke and be like, yo, I need to know that I know this person, not believe that I know this person. I need to know that I know this
Yeah,
person before I introduce my children. Y'all, if you need to hook up, you need to do something, go get you a room. There's too many services where you can have someone that if you don't have a support system or family, you can pay a professional
yeah,
service to watch your children while you go meet and date this person. You don't need to. Children
what
is
what Chris Rock say? When you meet somebody that's not you, that's your representative.
yeah, yeah. And folks be lying. Folks be lying. This is me.
I don't know. I don't know if it's probably necessary a lot, man. I mean, you always want to put your good foot forward, because first impressions are everything.
But
So
that's just
of
it.
course you
If
gonna
first
always do
impressions,
that.
if first impression is an impression of what's not the status quo, then it's a deception, and a deception is a lie. The problem we have in this world we live in, we don't like calling things like it is. We like saying it's not. No, bruh, you lying. Females, makeup and weave is a lie. Squeezing your body together in some outfit is a lie. Okay, dudes, all of that little black paste, whatever you be putting on your beards to make it look thick and full, all that crap is a lie. Love yourself. Be honest with yourself. Okay.
So say for instance, when folks go into interview and they putting their best foot forward,
Mm-hmm.
they're lying. They're lying to
Yeah.
get the job, and
Yeah. And it's up to you to maintain the lie to keep the job.
yeah, you talking about act like you like the job, act like you really want to be there, and all
Yeah.
that.
The moment you start living in your true self is the moment you put yourself on the list to not get the job. Now, wouldn't it be great if your true self was good for working on that job? Maybe you need to change your true self. Fake it till you make it. They say that in corporate America.
Oh yeah, that fake it till you make it thing. That only lasts so long. It really only lasts so long.
But I think.
So
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna let everybody know the number. Again, we're talking about dating with kids. Should you or should you not? You got any 2 cents you want to add? The number is 929-477-2663. What you about to say?
Here's what I think it should be. If you don't have any children, I think you should try to date somebody without children. If you have children, I think it's okay for you to date somebody with children, and it's okay for you to date somebody without children if you know how to handle a single person with no kids. Okay, you got to have patience with them people because there's certain things that they don't understand. Okay, I think when you are, because like you brought up in the beginning, age matters. So let's say I've been married 15 years. I got kids that 15, 16, however old, high school kids, and I want to try to date somebody that doesn't have any kids. I got problems that person can't even relate to. Or what if I date somebody? I'm a woman. Let's say I'm a woman, and I have my high school graduate son, or I have from a previous marriage or relationship, and this new dude I'm dating want me to bear him children? Really? Seriously? Or what if he had his kids and his child support game is all jacked up, and she ain't got none, but she want him give him a baby, and he like, nah, baby. Because I don't know how this gonna work, and I can't have no more money taken out my check. I'm sorry. You see what I'm saying? So it's like putting yourself on a balance. You should look at that as a factor when you're choosing to take things to the next level with somebody you might be interested in dating.
Well, most people, man, that are out there in the single life with kids, they were in a relationship they thought was gonna last. And, turns out they was probably with the dude for a certain period of time. He probably put 2 kids in them, and now he's gone. And here's the thing about that though. He's gone, so he's single with kids, but in a way, he's not really with the kids. Not because when you leave a woman, she's the one that's left with the kids. The man is gone.
That's because dudes don't fight for them.
Yeah. But the people that are left with the kids, they thought they was gonna have a long-term relationship with the previous person, but that didn't turn out. It didn't work out for them. So now they left with trying to find somebody else, and at the same time bringing what they got with them, like kids, the baby daddy, and all of that. So is it fair to not want to give them a chance at love again? And
it's not my job to give you a chance at love. It's not my problem. You made a bad selection. I'm sorry. All is fair in love and war. That means you're responsible for the choices you make. You chose to let Buddy, that you obviously didn't take the time to get to know him and his family background and all the stuff you need to know about him, whether or not he's down for commitment, but you let this Buddy shoot up at you twice, and now you got 2 juniors, and he AWOL, and now you feeling some kind of way because dudes don't want to be messing with you because you got kids? You made a bad choice.
He had a good representative.
Well, you should have waited him out. You should have waited him out. It's a matter of time. Dudes are going to be themselves. And it's not like y'all don't know what dudes is after. I'm saying.
Yeah. That is that's the first objective. That is the very first objective.
Yeah. So you see, so you
Yeah.
didn't take the time to get to know how he treat his mama, what he learned from his daddy, his relationship with his siblings, his core values in him. You didn't get the time to get. You didn't take the time to get to know all of that, but you took the time to let him put his penis in you with no protection. Okay, most likely because you pregnant and got kids. Okay, you took the time to do that. And now me, the new dude coming along, not only do I got to deal with the baggage of the heartbreak from that prior relationship, now I got to deal with the dysfunction that y'all might be having because y'all are quote unquote co-parenting. Or let's say he not parenting at all, you just struggling to get that check from him. I don't owe you nothing but love from a distance. That's it.
So that love at first sight thing is false.
No, love at first sight is I want to hunt you now. That's all that is. It's not, our souls and all that. That's just lies. And anybody who fall for that okie doke need to quit watching Disney movies and rom coms because it's lies. There's no such thing as love at first sight. All that is a chemical reaction that's put in us to keep our species alive. Okay? It is up to us, like the Sphinx, to rise above our animal nature to make good decisions and choices and understand how cause and effect work.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
One time for those who's watching on YouTube, you can call in right now with your point of view. If you agree with me, if you disagree with me, let us know. 929-477-2663. Holla.
Yeah, I definitely but I got like a soft side for the ones that may have been, tricked and they're left with the baggage. Because I know at first I was saying like, I would give it a
Tricked.
go, but
Ha.
like I said, it's that one thing that having to deal with that other person that they no longer are with.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's gonna always be there. He's gonna be there up until the child is,
Yeah.
grown,
Yeah.
and even after that. So that person is in the picture. So I think if you're gonna decide to date somebody with kids, you also gonna decide to have to deal with that kid's other parent that's not there, because
Mm-hmm.
he's gonna be in the picture for, as long as that child lives. So I mean that's your ultimate decision that you got to make. Okay, am I gonna deal with her or her kids, and I'm gonna have to deal with this other person that's in on the party as well. As long as you can deal with that, that's fine. But I think you gotta have understanding with the person who you dating, you know, to for they can have it set up to where that person understands, they got boundaries now because they're dating.
Well, I think a couple things need to happen. First, you need to know yourself. From a man perspective, if you're gonna date somebody with children, then you need to know yourself. Are you an alpha or are you a beta? You need to know that about yourself. You need to be honest with yourself, because I think it's gonna be difficult for betas to deal with that other guy being around. Okay, so if you dating somebody with kids, you need to know. You need to know if you are alpha. If you alpha, then you're not threatened by the dude from the past. Okay, because you're an
Hmm.
alpha, you're just not bothered by those things. So you need to be honest with yourself. In addition to that, I think there needs to be an understanding, not an understanding where she talking to him and you talking to her. There need to be the understanding where, okay, if he's in the picture, we need to sit down and either have lunch or something. We need to have a conversation. Like, yo, bruh, it's y'all not together no more. And whoever want to be the person that talk this out, that's fine. But y'all not together no more. We together now. Not trying to disrespect you or your child. However, I'm just not gonna let your child disrespect me either. Okay? And this is what's happening. Either you can be part of the program and everything be great, or we can have difficult times. What's up? How you want to do this? And it takes an
Yeah.
alpha to have that conversation. Betas are always gonna be threatened by the other guy.
Hmm. So uh, that leads me to my next question. Now, dating someone with kids, what do you think about chastising? Now, let me you've been with this person for a while. Let's just say 3 months. This is small number, 3 months, and they got a kid. What do you think? When do you think you have the right to chastise that child when you're dating that person? And
First,
you know it's been going on for 3 months.
first, let me ask, what's your definition in the scenario of chastising? Are we talking about the laying of hands?
Uh, Not really.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with the discipline. However you discipline.
All right. Well, me personally, um, I just got somebody in the chat room saying never, which you're wrong, Shayna. Never is the wrong answer. First of all, 3 months is no time for you to have any rights except for rights to privacy. Okay, meaning you should be able to try to establish a relationship with this new person. That's it. That's the only rights you got. You do not have no disciplinary rights with this other person's kid 3 months into the game. Sorry. Now we talking 3 years into the game, dude, daddy AWOL, and you've been there, been to PTA meetings, paying the mortgage, and this person is completely dependent on you. Y'all just ain't went down to the courthouse and did the adoption thing yet. Then that's a different scenario.
Mm-hmm.
But the 3 months into the game, you have zero rights towards that child. You need to call his mama. Matter of fact, you shouldn't even be with that child in the same room alone 3 months into the game. Okay? No. But as for see, here's where a problem happens. A lot of females sometimes, and mind you, I'm speaking from a male perspective because I'm not a woman. I don't know the other side of the game. If you're a female and you know the other side of the game, you know the numbers 929-477-2663. Let us know what you think. But coming from the male side of the game, there has to be boundaries set and an understanding with the person you with. If you can't get that ironed out with the person you with, then there should be no movement forward in the relationship. You need to know when to hold them, know when to fold them. If you can't get an understanding that both you guys are completely on board with, that there should be no moving forward in a relationship, because there's always going to be some form of contention with you dealing with the kids. And the kid know, they pick it up. Oh, I got immunity from this dude. Okay, eventually when they start smelling themselves, they're gonna be acting up.
Oh yeah, yeah, that famous line, "You ain't my daddy."
Mm-hmm. Oh, ain't your daddy? Okay, I'm cutting off the internet. I'm cutting off everything. Daddy, call your daddy. Tell him to give you a check, pay for your stuff that you just sucking up in my house. I ain't your daddy. That's how I would play it. Okay, I'm cutting off your phone. Hey, your daddy buy you a new phone. No more sneakers, no more food. Matter of fact, no more. You know what? I'm moving out. How about that? Ain't your daddy? Ask your mama what happened to everything and why the power off. Because I ain't your daddy. That's how I would respond to that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Take everything away. I ain't your daddy. All right, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna let your real daddy. I'm gonna let you see what your real daddy do for you, and then I'm gonna take away everything I have done.
Yeah, yeah. And then they'll appreciate it. Like, yeah, I was sorry. You want to go fishing?
Hey, but
Okay.
now the other scenario that happens with dating somebody with kids, you know, eventually y'all date for a while and you get to the point where the relationships gets serious and you end up having a child with that person.
Uh-huh.
Now we've seen all too often when they have a child together versus the stepchild. The stepchild really gets treated like a, you know, second hand child and versus
Yeah.
the one he just created with that woman.
And you know what? You know what? Be so sad about that is that when it's the dude, previous children, he probably don't want to have no issues with his new woman and their new child, that he let that woman treat his previous children some kind of way, and he don't, stand up for his kids. And then what happened is he started to see the relationship between him and his kids degrade because they compete game. They see, oh, this new vagina got you all like we not special, and they can start to see that. And I think that's sad. I think It all goes back to being an alpha. Yo, these are my children whom I love. You lady, obviously I had a child with you. I love you. You still in my house. I love this new child. There's no reason. And see, this goes back to what I was saying earlier. You need to take the time to get to know the person you with, to see if they are worthy to create life with. You mean to tell me you didn't know that this woman was going to start treating your children like doo doo? You didn't know that? You didn't pick up on it? That she have a
Yeah.
problem with kids?
Man, I was real lucky to not be in that situation. Not be in that situation. I think early on too. I thought about that as a young age, probably talking to somebody with kids, mainly because of the finance part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, we just got a caller call
What?
in. Yo, you on the show, being a man, where we talking about dating with kids. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Alex again.
What's going on?
Oh, what's
Yeah,
going on, Alex? You having any experience with this?
yeah. Actually, I am happily married with a family of six, and my first oldest daughter, she is my stepchild. Now, with the question that you guys were saying about when the kids are acting like this and that, I really feel as though it's more has to do with the parenting of the child. If your child is respectful, if your child is well mannered, not saying well mannered, but respectful towards adults, then it shouldn't be a problem, I believe, with the transition.
So, have you heard that famous line, Alex? You ain't my daddy.
I've never heard that. No.
Oh,
That's
he was a
good.
good daddy, stepdaddy.
Hey, can you be totally honest? When you had your first kid, versus the child that was already there, can you recall any instance where you may have treated your own a little bit, you know, better than the one that's not yours?
Now, see, that's the thing. You can't really say because you wasn't there with well, okay. So this is my situation. My oldest daughter, I've been raising her since she was 3 years old. So I've been with been with her since she was little, and I couldn't really say like, oh, I was there for when she first started walking and all this and that, but I will say that I was a very positive role model to where, she knows that I care about her. Now,
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I can always say that I've never treated them any different from the next. Like I always treated them equal. If
So,
like
I was
go
gonna say,
ahead.
would you say when you first started dating the woman with the kid, now was you held back just a little when you saw the kid, when you found out she had a kid, or you was like, I could deal with her having a kid? Were you held back just a little, or was it was all good either way?
Now I was shocked, but
He
you
said,
know you can you can never judge a book by its cover.
yeah, yeah,
So just because you have a child, that doesn't mean that, oh, I'm running away. If you love the person, then of course you're gonna love the child.
That's not necessarily true.
You don't think so?
No. If you love the person, of course you're gonna love the child. Like it just come with it. Some children are just hard to love. You know, because
A
they
child, a child,
go
a
ahead.
child is gonna be a child, though. You know what I'm saying? Like until they're grown. But like if you love this woman, if you see yourself with the woman, like the woman, if it comes with a package, You
Mm-hmm.
gotta take the whole package
Oh
with
yeah, taking the package and accepting it is one thing, but just loving
you.
it,
Right.
that's something else. I'm not saying you're gonna treat it bad. I'm just saying, I don't know if I love you yet. I might cry because she cry if you die, but I might not cry on my own. You didn't come. I didn't squeeze you out. I'm sorry. I'm just saying. I don't know. I haven't been in that situation where
Right.
I've dated and had a long term relationship. And also, your case, being that the girl was 3, that's
Yes.
so early in the life where there's a lot of obstacles that you didn't have to contend with, that you would have to contend with when the child is much older. So I think it was it made for a better situation, because 1, 2, and 3, there's a whole bunch of stuff that's not retained. They're being programmed how to exist. So a lot of events and a lot of things, how they feel about people and stuff, aren't really retained on the same level as we got memories. I can't. My earliest memory, I don't know how old I was, but I don't think that first early years. So you being there from 3, for all intents and purposes, you daddy. You know?
Yeah, I mean, true, but also like the you know the child does have to grow up, and they like, it's not like, oh, she does, like, she does know that I'm not her real father,
Yeah.
but at the same time, she still respects.
And the bond is there. There's a bond
Yeah.
that comes by default when you are attached to someone for an extended period of time. We try to fight it, but there's folks who work with some people that they work with for 10 years. There's a bond that just that happens, and so that's
Hey,
awesome.
Mr. Mango,
Yes.
did I hear you just say if you love the lady, you can't say you would love the kid?
Yes, I did say that. I did say that just, if you love the lady, that don't necessarily mean by default you're gonna love the child. Yeah, you could love the child, but one doesn't necessarily have to come with the other. I just don't feel like it's automatic. I think that child has to grow on your heart like the woman did.
So I know you believe in ugly babies.
Yes, there's a bunch of ugly babies out there, and I wish people were more honest about, saying, "Hey, your baby's ugly," or "Hey, your baby's bad," or "Hey, your baby look kind of slow. You might need to get it tested." I wish we was more
Now
honest with that.
that people are never gonna say that's an ugly baby. They're gonna say, oh, that's nice.
How precious.
Oh,
That's code
yeah.
for you got an ugly baby. Oh, she's so precious. You got an ugly baby. If somebody say that to you,
No,
you got an ugly baby.
no. If they say bless your heart, that's
Yeah,
how
those,
you.
those are codes for ugly babies. If your baby's pretty, oh my God, she is so pretty. That's what they say when your baby's pretty.
So, Alex, so you
Yes.
will say you are a prime example of a success story of someone who has met someone with a kid, and everything's good. You agree with meeting somebody with a kid.
Yeah, I can agree. Now I would say, depending on the type of person that like Mr. Mango said, like the person, how the man is, you know, it's up to, if he's a real man, he's going to approach the situation as a real man, and you know lay the rules and everything down, like this, that, and the third. But most guys nowadays, they, like you said, they just in it just to hit it and quit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we rise to the inspiration of the woman we are after, and if they inspire us to be sorry, then that's what we're gonna be. Now, here's a question I have for you: did you ever have to deal with your stepdaughter's father?
What do you mean, like deal with?
Like, was he? Some dads are AWOL. Some dads are part of the equation. Parents not together no more. But what was the dynamic in your situation? Is what I'm asking.
I mean, I mean, it wasn't like I was trying to replace her dad. That's
Mm-hmm.
one thing. Like, I was just trying to be there for her, be a positive male figure in her life. You know, If she chooses to call me dad, if she chooses not, I will still love her the same. But with her dad, I respect him. He respects me. I mean, I know that's your daughter. I'm not trying to, you know, take over your role if if you choose to step in and want to be a part of her life. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But that's between the mother and the father who have that child together to deal with that. I'm just the supporter person.
Okay.
Okay. Well, that's all you have to add, Alex?
Yeah, that's all I got to say.
All right, cool, man. Thank you for calling, man.
Yeah.
Call in if you got something to say. The number is 929-477-2663. I wanted to hear from you because I know you got a special point of view and you know who I'm talking to. Yes, you. Call in.
Yeah, exactly. On the Blog Talk Radio side, like I say, if you have any 2 cents you want to add, the number is 929-477-2663. Oh, that was cool, man.
Yeah. It's good.
I want to hear from a woman's point of view.
I know the ladies be scared to call in, like we gonna bite their heads off or something.
I mean, baby mama drama. They got the baby mama drama because why you got to go over her house for? Oh, we got to call her. Oh, thank you for calling the show, being a man. We talked about dating with kids. What's your name? Where you calling from?
This is Miss Badass. I know y'all was waiting for me to call and talk to y'all.
What's going on?
What's up?
What's up? Okay, so first and foremost, because I was just talking to my girl, but I got something to say. Y'all making it sound so negative to talk to somebody with kids. Like, what is wrong with that? I got kids. I'm a single parent, but my relationship with their dad is great. And me dating another man, it has nothing to do with the other guy. Like, you don't let those two collide. Your new man and your child's father,
mm-hmm.
or vice versa, your child's mom. You don't let them two collide. You supposed to be that person in the middle that says, hey, it's a stop to there, it's a stop to there, and this is what it's going to be.
Boundaries.
And that's up to that person in the middle to be the median. And then same thing is, like, if I'm going to date a dude that has kids, I mean, there's nothing wrong with somebody having kids. Y'all make it sound so negative. So y'all know I'm going to call up here and say what I had to say.
Hey, question, so how long you think you'll have to date a guy before you introduce him to your kid?
Oh, see, you can't put a time frame. You can, but me personally, I feel like when I feel like me and that person have a real mutual relationship and it's to the point where it's going to get serious, where he's actually going to be around and be there around my family, and I'm going to be around his thing, and we're actually going to build on something, then that's when you start to introduce the kids in, because there are some people that just like, okay, cool, you can meet the kids now, whatever, and then a week later, they ain't even talking to each other anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't say that that'll happen in a month or 2 months or 3 months. It might happen a year later. So you can't really put a time frame on that. It just depends on how you and that person are building together, and if it's going to be something beneficially mutual between the both of y'all.
Personally, I think all that short times, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months, all of that stuff, I think even if the two people are comfortable with the idea, they should still wait a little bit longer. Because I just think it's too early.
Of course. Because bringing kids into the mix is very crucial. It's critical.
Yes. I'm reminded of a story back in my past life when I was someone else. There's, I have to put that in there. There was situations that I found myself in with children walking into the space, and I wasn't thinking like I'm thinking now. Like, wow, this is a real sorry lady. Like, these kids are in danger because she don't know me like that. I'm thinking that now as I look back in life. But at the time, I was trying to accomplish the goal I was setting out to accomplish, and but still, but it's like, man, I don't think we put the children on the proper level of importance that we should. We still try to maintain the lifestyle we had before they came. And I learned quick, I'm new to the parenting game. I just joined the club. I haven't even got my 5-year ring yet. But I learned quick that it's a wrap, bro. That old life, yes, kind of sad, but that old life is over.
Yeah. You gotta put that mess behind you. You can't live that same life when you have kids. Totally different.
So Miss Badass, say for instance, this new guy, he's talking to you, and probably how many conversations you think that you need to have before you let him know that you even have kids? Or is that something that, people with kids try to hold off on before they, let the other person know?
Okay, first of all, if you have to wait to tell somebody that you got kids, and that means either you ashamed, you scared, you trying to put that person before your kids, or you have a problem. I think personally, if I'm talking to you, I mean, in your first conversation when you meet somebody, when y'all are actually given 21 questions, that's one of the questions that come up.
Yeah.
So it's nothing shameful to be like, oh yeah, I got kids. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
If you're not asking that question, then you like, and the older we get, the less likely somebody that made it through with no childrens. You know what I'm saying? Like folks that I know, out of everybody that I know that's my age, I'm like one of the few that just had kids. My kids' peers. I can't go to my folks' house and our kids play together in the same situation. Mine is small.
Yeah. Do you think dudes kind of step back when you let them know you have a child?
We used to, but we don't. No, we don't care.
It depends. It depends. There are guys that will step back because they're boys. For one, there's a difference between a man and a boy. Okay, and there are guys that step back because their main goal, just like Emmanuel said before, their main goal is something that's on their mind. They're not focused on family life or future. They're focused on what it is that they're trying to accomplish, what it is that they want. So they're not trying to get into all of that extra, not extra, but all of that other points of a person's life or matter. You know what I'm saying? So they try to disregard all that extra information and getting too deep. So,
they have
it will, but there are guys that'll be like, okay, cool. And then they'll end up opening up to you. Oh, well, I got kids. Oh, well, I want kids. Or, well, okay, so this is my view on kids or whatever. And then that's how you could distinguish a boy from a man, and then you know who wants to be there.
You're triggering me with that boy and man situation. And the reason why I'm being triggered by that is because I've said it many times. If my marriage ends for whatever reason, whether I become a widower or we just break up, I'm done with the relationship game. Okay? So I am not demoting myself to boyhood. All right, because I say, oh, you don't meet the criteria of a woman that I want to smash. I'm looking at you being a mother, and I don't want to, deal with you like that because I don't want to add my negative energy to your life. Nah, I'm not gonna mess with you.
Tendency.
That's not boy's tendency. That's me making a conscious choice, saying, "Look, I'm coming with disaster, and I don't want to bring it to your life."
No.
So I'm stepping back.
This is where you're mixing it up. You already have a preset goal for what it is that you're looking for and what you want, versus you meeting somebody with kids and then saying, "Oh, I don't want you because of your kids."
No, I'm not saying I don't want you because of your kids. What I'm saying is I'm stepping back.
I don't want to pursue my goals of going after you because you have kids and you're a motherly role. And I mean, I get what you're saying, but the thing is, you're mixing up the two. Now, if somebody comes at you and say, "Hey, I want to holler at you, I want to talk to you," or whatever, and then you come to find out that they have kids, and then you say, "Oh, hell no, I'm falling back because all I want to do is F," it's like, now that's boyish tendencies versus saying, damn, I saw you. The first thing I thought was you're very attractive, and this is what's on my mind. This is my goal. This is whatever I want. Not saying it, forthcoming and direct like that, but you give them the hint of what it is, and they go for it, and then later on, if you find out about the kids and stuff, and then you just kind of fall back. You already established that in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? They already knew about that in the beginning.
Yeah.
Versus them y'all already, giving that conversation about kids, and then you falling back because of your own, reasons.
I feel what you're saying.
So when
I feel what you're saying.
Yeah.
However, I think we agree. We just communicating differently about it.
Okay.
All of the good stuff that come in the beginning will happen. And if she can't what I've learned is sometimes people need choices made for them. Okay? Not everybody is in a position to make the right choice. If everybody was, we wouldn't have a lot of things in our lives that's messed up. So sometimes we need to have choices made for them. And if I see that she wants to pursue something with me when I know I'm coming and hell's coming with me, then I need to say, you know what? We can be friends. Going back to the first episode, we can be friends. But I don't even want to go to bed with you because I want better for you than for me to just be smashing. I want better for you than that.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I don't know that.
So basically, you don't. If you were
part.
outside of your marriage, you don't want to date another person that has kids.
It depends on the person, and the reason why I say that is because if I see goodness in you, then I don't want to come. Like when I was in the streets, I stayed away from virgins because I didn't want to do that to them. They don't even know. I just felt like I'd be ruining their whole situation. So it depends on the person. It depends on the person how I would move forward. I just know that it would have to take an act of Congress to get me to consider getting to know a new person, getting me to know a new person, getting me to meet their family, getting me to learn what they like and birthdays and all that crap that go along with establishing a relationship all over again. I don't know. I might have to go to Vegas like every 3 months or something.
I mean, I would say if I had to start over, man, I'd be like that too. It'd probably be a whole new, different game for me.
Give me a trapeze membership.
Starting all the way over. Yeah. It'll be totally different. I'd be coming at the game totally different. I'd be, doing the polygamy and all of that. It has to be more than one and all. So, but man, back on the topic with dating with kids. We got some interesting story. We just got male side and we just got Miss Badass side about having a kid and being on the dating scene. So is the dating scene nice out there?
No.
In Atlanta, you guys to be careful.
No. Ain't no good dating scene nice out there.
Be careful, okay? You can't trust nobody out here in Atlanta. It's kind of scary. So, it is a
man,
trap.
it's weird, man.
I'm very, I can't say picky, but I'm very selective and very typical about who I date, who I bring around. Who knows where I stay? Or
you got to.
You know what I'm saying?
People crazy.
What side of town? I don't.
In addition to people being crazy, there's a lot of wickedness out there. Like when I'm looking at the world and I'm looking at society, there's a lot, and this kind of goes into what we're talking about when you got kids, and for that lady back in my past to just let me in her house, smash, kids running around, you don't know who I am. And nowadays we hear story after story after story, okay, of stuff going down. You can't even buy a car on Craigslist nowadays. It's dangerous. Like if I don't know, I think if I do get into a long-term relationship with somebody else after this one, if there's an after, it would have to be with somebody that I currently already know.
Hey, so Mr. Mango, you saying to make that lady look a little better than what she looked, she should have smashed you at a hotel instead of at home with the kids?
I'd have had a little bit more respect for her. Mind you, I was 19, so respect. What is that? I don't know, but I'm just saying. And when I look back at my
Hey,
memoirs, I would be like, you know what? That was swell of her to not.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Oh wait. How old was she?
Oh, she was grown. Like back in the day, I was
Oh.
awful. I was out there hunting Krugers. I was. This is what I was looking for. Somebody should have never
Yes,
told me I had a little bit of mojo. I was awful.
it is a lot of work out here, Shane. Yes, girl. Yes. But yes. So I had to call in and weigh in on my little bit of you know talk.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
I had
yeah,
to put
yeah,
it
yeah.
in. There's nothing wrong with dating somebody that has
Oh yeah.
kids
To
as long
address
as
that
y'all
real
are
quick.
on that
To address
mutual
that real quick.
respectable level.
You said we made it sound negative. By no means did we
Hmm.
intend. At least I didn't intend to make it sound negative. But there are some challenges to it, and I think there should be more conversations about the challenges that go along with it, and more effort should be put
Yeah.
into making sure that the dynamic of boundaries is set up right. I think a lot of times we do stuff head
Yeah.
first, and we don't think about it, how it's affecting our children, how it's affecting us, and I just think having the conversation is is more important than not.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Thank you for calling.
Oh,
yeah. We
you're
definitely
welcome. Thank
thank you for
you.
calling. We'll see you
Yes.
next week too.
All right.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
So
Yeah. So I guess being in Atlanta and then having kids is kind of rough.
yeah, having children is a challenge within itself, and then when you add dating to the game to the mix, it's also a challenge because if you are a single working person, I ain't talking about single staying home people that get checks. I'm talking about a single working person with children. Then your time, all of it matters. So, including the time that you would spend trying to have a relationship outside your kids. My aunt, my aunt and uncle, they split up when I was a little boy, and all my life, I never seen my aunt date anybody. And I'm not saying that that's what you should do. I'm saying I can respect her choice to do that. And if she did date, she kept it from everybody or the kids, because I'm the same age as her kids, so we didn't have a clue. We thought maybe something was wrong with the lady, because we never saw that. And if she did it, she took the time to not do it around her kids, because maybe she thought that's what's best in her situation. But I can respect a choice like that, because what you doing is important. How many folks coming in and out your children's life? They watching. They watching. Okay, so it's okay for me to be a hoe. Okay, I'm gonna be a hoe. And then you get mad and you want to fight me because I'm twerking on my Twitter or on my Instagram. I'm just acting like you. I get it from you, mom. I get it from you.
I'm gonna get a little personal about that because when you was just saying that, it made me think about when I was little. I lived with my grandparents mostly, but when I did live with my mom, I don't really fault her for probably trying to find love and get married and stuff like that. But as I got older, man, I kind of started feeling like that she should have just worried about being with us and taking care of us instead of trying to find another man. I I think if she probably would have focused probably more on us, um, potentially the better man would have came around potentially.
And when you say the
So
better man, you
yeah,
mean the better man in you or the better man in a potential partner for her?
no, no, the potential partner for her, because
Mm.
like I said, if she was probably focusing more on
She wouldn't have
handling
settled.
us and all that, yeah, she probably wouldn't have settled. She
Yeah.
would have made sure dudes would have had his cards right before he came. So yeah, there's a little something personal that I remember coming up as a kid. You know that side. But we got like 30 seconds left. We do want to thank the two people that called in, Alex and Miss Badass. Um, It's the show B.A.M with me and Mr. Mango. And the show will start again Monday coming up at 11 o'clock again. You have anything you want to add?
Thanks for watching tonight. This is the new home of the show. It was on the Mr. Mango Head Show. If you don't watch previous episodes of the show, you can go to the Mr. Mango Head Show on YouTube and scroll through the videos. You can find the previous episodes of the show. Thanks for all the people that's watching for the first time. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button on your way out so you can get the notifications of when the show going to be on. It's Monday, Tuesday nights at 11. And we appreciate the time you took to spend with us. What's next week gonna be on? What's Monday topic?
Monday, shoot, I would say probably Monday.
Who should get the kids?
See,
Who should get the kids? Who should get the kids? Daddy or the mama?
No, here come one. How about real life spouse swap?
I'm laughing because I believe all behavior is communication, and for that to be once you decide you want to talk about Monday and how close it is to what we talked about yesterday, you try to say something.
Oh man.
We can have at it. You know, single folks ain't gonna be able to relate to married folks' trouble. So yes, we can talk about it.
Oh man. Hey, I already said that to somebody for real though. I was like, we was looking at the show. I was like, man, we should try that. We should really swap one time, like for 2 days. And just see how it
goes.
You
sure you want to have this current conversation on the air? I'm just saying, you can't take it back. The internet got it. We can talk about it on the phone later.
That's a conversation I already had, though, for real. It was I guess it was a partial joke.
Okay. Hey, it coming from somewhere. And the reason why I say that is because I've thought about it, you know. But then I think about, cause see, here's the problem that men suffer from. We think about it in the idea of, wouldn't it be nice to XYZ, and then you think about the other person, the other female you thinking about. But then when it come around full circle, we talking about switching. Okay, so now you're thinking about the other dude and yours, and I can't get past that part. Can't get past that part. It has crossed my mind, you know. But no. And you know what? That right there is what makes individuals learn about themselves and the constitution of their makeup. Are you alpha? Are you a beta? Do you know who you are? Are you would you be afraid to do that? Because
all I know is majority of the world is beta.
Yeah, alphas are few and far between. A lot of folks claim to be alpha because they hope they faking it, trying to make it.
Yeah. I mean, look, my thing about the whole swap thing, of course, it's not gonna be nothing sexual at all. So my intent,
I don't see the point.
My intent. No. I'm saying my intent on it is the fact that you will see another person's way of living, how another person's wife was treating him, versus you know what I'm saying? It's like did his wife clean up? Did his wife cook? Did his wife how did she talk to him? Stuff like that. Like you'll be getting a different way from a whole different woman. That's the only thing.
I feel what you're saying. I feel what you're saying, but with no cameras. Yeah, this after the show. You always gonna know in the back of your mind. Did they do something?
You probably gonna give him that eyebrow raise.
Did they do something? Look. If anybody agreed to do that with me, okay, and there's no cameras like the real TV show, I'm going to try to smash your wife. Okay, that's just what it is. Okay, so I'm just putting that out there.
You're like, yeah, this ain't the show.
Yeah, we go use the honor system. Now nothing happened. Whatever. She got something that she don't normally get. I was like, hey, what they expect? They probably over there doing that right now.
Yeah, you probably be calling your other wife.
Yeah.
Just calling to see. Did you put that on? You put my stuff up? You remember the shoes I told you about?
Why he trying to do a hangout? Why he trying to do a video chat? See what's going on. Oh my God! Yeah, we couldn't do it, man. We don't have the constitution to put our relationship at that kind of risk without no type of safety net. The people do it in the show because it's cameras all the way around. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
they now know each other.
Yeah, in real life, shit. Folks be unpacking their guns that they got in their special safe.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying though, you know what time it was. Well, yeah, that interesting. Yeah. We can definitely consider that.
Hey, but for real though, we got to get them game shows together though, man.
Just for those who still watching, this is the after show. The show ended at midnight, and this is when we just talk about whatever. It doesn't really matter at this point. We just talk about whatever. And, you know, I see some of the viewership starting to wane out. That's okay. And if you're just not joining us, this is the after the show. Because, you know, the number keep going up and down. Folks in and out, in and out. This after show, the topic has been discussed. The show's an hour long. But now we're just talking about whatever. And if you like it, you like it. If you don't, stay anyway. And hit that subscribe button. I'm looking, and nobody has hit that subscribe button except for Miss Badass. So hit that subscribe button so you can get the notification of the next week's show. Monday, Tuesday, 11 o'clock. Get that notification.
Man, that's cool. Shoot. Miss Badass need to be she need to co-host too.
We'll see.
That way it won't be just double dudes on here. Hard legs. That's what they say, right?
Yeah. That's funny. Somebody just subscribed with my name. Why don't you subscribe with your name? You watching? I fear with this show that one day words are going to come out of my mouth that's going to do damage to a relationship I have, whether it's with my wife or with people that I have current friendships with. So I'm constantly trying to make sure that I don't say the wrong thing.
Man, hey. I think this is good exercise, man. I think conversating and talking about things that really matter.
Yeah.
You know, you get a better perspective on things.
Yeah. And what I like,
that's why I like listening to other people opinions on stuff.
Yeah.
Because more than one opinion means more than just one.
Mm-hmm. What I liked about it is, have you ever had that moment when you say to yourself or you say to somebody else, you know what? I never thought about it like that. You know, I like it because, whenever something come out my mouth, unless I say, I'm not sure, but I think, if I don't say that, that means this is what I believe and I'm right. Okay? So, I'd like to hear other people so they can trigger me thinking about things from a different perspective so I can see how wrong I might be. Because unless it's proven to me that I'm wrong, then you have to, Mr. Megan. What you trying to say? I'm just saying.
Hey, look, hey man, like some people, they would be like, dang man, it seems like your boy sometimes be like like pro white. He always be agreeing with what they be saying sometimes. Be like, nah, I think man that's cool that you don't have somebody who's not afraid to have their own opinion. Because if you get into like a circle of black people, they're gonna all kind of
Agree
like
on the same
agree on the
crap.
same thing.
Mm-hmm.
But then I was like, man, I like talking to B because I know he's gonna be on the opposite team. So I mean, that's gonna be a good conversation.
I'm not on the opposite team, sir. However, hey, you straight called me a coon on the low. I'm not gonna be on the opposite team. However, what I will do is call us on the crap that we stand on for no reason. We stand on a lot of crap for no reason. And if we gonna do anything to raise our station in life, to raise our condition, we have to know what we stand on so we can't be moved from it. But, we stand on a lot of crap simply because that's the cool thing to do, or that's the socially accepted thing in our community to do. And I need more of us to think critically about, is it to our benefit to think this way and to be this way and to act this way? Or are we falling for the okie doke all over again?
Oh yeah, I mean, I totally believe that too. I believe the whole community is kind of like that. Everybody, setting their ways on the same thing, and I think it's a lot of issues that's not being touched as far as like, us like coming together. And I think the main thing really first before we can even tackle any issues that are going on within the community, man, is uniting. That's like the main thing that needs to get tackled before anything. Got to learn how to unite.
But see, the problem with that is everybody want to be an alpha. Everybody wants to be in charge, a leader, have their own. Nobody want to join something or come and be a part of something that's bigger than them that they didn't start.
Okay. That's what I'm saying. See, but if people think about that, look at what happened to our alphas. I mean, look what happened to Malcolm X. Look what happened to Martin Luther King. Like all of those alphas, if it makes them easy targets. If you want to stand out and really be the leader, it makes it easier to get taken out, to shut down the whole operation. I think if people just come together and make moves together, then it'll make it harder for them to like knock the head off and the body will follow.
I feel what you're saying, but I think what we need to do is, you remember that Wile E. Coyote always chasing after the Road Runner, and he would order something from Acme, and he set it up, and then it misfire or it don't work, and Roadrunner get away, and then he scratched the whole plan and start over, and the whole new plan. And I'm like, all my life I said to myself, why don't you just adjust the thing and try again? See, the problem is with the alphas getting taken out. Now we know, okay, we need to adjust how we operate. We can't do that. Okay? We can't do what we did in Tulsa because, that kind of got screwed. We just need to adjust and keep adjusting until we get it right and we can move without having to worry about them.
Yeah. And that's what I mean by we need to do it differently, besides like having a leader stick his head out there and just follow everything that he's saying do. Because once they knock his head off, I mean, everybody else gonna sit back and be like, "Oh, damn, they don't took another one from us." Well, back to our regular schedule.
See, here's the thing. If the people was made from something else than what we made from, they know that they couldn't mess with our leader. You ever heard, we don't want to make him a martyr? Every other group of people, they say that about, well, we don't want to make him a martyr. They don't say that about us because they know we ain't going to do shit. Okay? Only thing we know how to do is the stuff you seen us marching, protesting. You know, we all share. We all share a story or hashtag something, or on social media we down for the cause. But in real life, we ain't down. We still gonna go to Walmart. We still gonna get Xbox Live. We still gonna get Netflix. We still gonna do all the stuff that we did before, because at the end of the day, those things ain't necessarily touching us. Oh, it breaks our heart. You know, another one, but really, you know, really hitting them in their pockets on a massive scale to where they like, all right, we need to do something because these folks are serious this time. Now we're not making no sacrifices. Really, sacrifices? Nah, bruh. I'm not doing that. I gotta have my new Samsung. I gotta have my new iPhone. I gotta have these new retarded shoes for $200 that cost $5 to make, and nothing of it going back into the community. I gotta have all this crap that we consume that we just can't live without. You know. And
Bro.
Yeah.
I just see this video on Facebook. This dude is walking this lady on a leash, and he put the leash around this pole, and like told her to stay there. And he came out the store like he almost forgot she was right there, and then came back and got the leash. What the fuck?
That's the world we living in right now. May I ask you, what's the race of these people?
Unfortunately, it's us.
See, here's what our community should look like. Remember earlier when I was talking about sometimes you got to make choices, decisions for people because, you know, they're not going to make the right decision for themselves. Obviously, this female needs somebody to make a decision for her. Our community ain't set up right to where all of the men in our community don't stomp this man out to show him he don't treat our women like that. I don't care how she feel about herself in a relationship with her daddy. Obviously, she lost because she's on the leash. Okay? We supposed to collectively discipline him. So he wouldn't even fathom stepping outside with some crap like that. Now, mind you, it could have been staged for a video for some views. You know, that's the new world we live in, where a lot of stuff is staged for views.
Yeah, probably was, man. You know, folks will do anything for attention. You know, attention is getting people a lot of money.
Yeah.
I just think there's a better way to get the attention besides, like, you know, making a fool out of yourself.
You mean to
better
get the
way
money?
to do it. Yeah, it's a better way to get the money. Yeah.
Well, you know, folks, you talking about a method that requires discipline and hard work. Why do that when I can do this that don't require discipline and hard work?
You know, in these schools, I think when you think about the projects they used to make us do and stuff like that, I think projects need to become a big thing in school. Well, the reason why I say that is because, one, I think it teaches the kids how to start something and finish. And I think that is the main problem with why a lot of people, you know, don't get far, is because start and get discouraged and don't finish. And I believe if we're being taught early how to start and finish, I mean, it'll carry on through adulthood then, you know, start something and finish it. You know, because you can't be successful, you can't start a successful business without it being rocky at the beginning, and then, you know, you reaping the benefits years later. You're going to lose at the beginning. You need to be able to withstand that loss at the beginning to, you know, reap the benefits toward the end. So that's what I'm learning, man, with trying to you know, run a business. Like, I'm understanding that it's gonna take planned patience and hard work.
Plan, patience, and planning. You know, a lot of times what we do is we have the dream and we try to step into the dream before we prepare to step into the dream. I think that's one of the mistakes I made with my store. Steps that should have been taken prior to taking that on wasn't taken. And when you build something wrong off rip, it usually stays wrong. Sometimes it's difficult to undo the damage that was done when you created it in the first place.
Mhm. Yeah. Next day we'll have reality show. Oh, she's talking about those people that do walking that lady like a dog. They
Hmm.
probably do get a reality show. They
And
gonna
guess
watch it
what?
though.
We gonna watch it. Yep, we gonna watch it. You know, for all the complaining and critiquing of society we do, we're also guilty for doing all that stuff as a community. You know, we don't like, we dog basketball wives scan all this stuff, but they still watching it. And folks getting ratings. Hip hop, loving hip hop, still watching it. You
Yeah.
know, housewives. You know, it still gets views. The moment we stop watching that crap, it will go off the air. But we gotta
Mm,
know.
man.
Can't
Hey,
can't
we need to
can't tell
get
me who your
down.
representative is in your district for your local legislator for your state and for your national Congress legislator. Don't know none of that, but you know what Phaedra said.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying? And then they want to complain, and then they want to go and think. What kills me, like for example, you was talking earlier about how some of your folks say I'm on the other team, right? I'm not on the other team.
Yeah.
It's just I'm paying a little bit more attention than you, and the bit that you watching, you falling for the okie doke. See, I realize that both birds of this whole government thing is screwing the people. I get that. But when I see the loyalty that our people have to the Democrat Party, without even trying to fathom how the Democrat Party is screwing our people, you know. And then
Mhm.
when our representative, just imagine if George Bush, whether it was his daddy or W, was in the Oval Office getting head from a lady that wasn't his wife, an intern. Just imagine how these Bill Clinton fans, first black president fans, would have responded.
Yeah.
Hypocrisy runs rampant in the Democrat Party. It ain't wrong. It ain't wrong when we do it. But the moment one of them do it, they got an R next to their name. Uh, it's the end of the world, bloody murder, really, and that's how it is.
Mm. Mhm.
We should have started this back when the election was going on, man.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? I still haven't found a site that helps break down the election, like to the point where you have the people that's nominated, who's running, and what they're standing for, and what they're running for, stuff like that. It's not broke down enough because I remember when I was walking, I was at the store, and the guy they came up to me, hey, y'all vote for so and so, and I was like, yeah, I was looking at the paper, I was like, yeah, cool. I was like, what is he running for? They told me, and I was like, so what is he talking about? He's gonna bring, what,
What's his
what
platform?
what is his what is his platform? What is he gonna do for if he get in his position? And then they couldn't even really tell me the exact site that I can go to and read up on everything.
Because
And I was
they
just like,
wasn't expecting that question. So those folks didn't respect your community enough to know they shit so they can tell you.
exactly, yeah.
These dumb niggas don't know nothing. We just gonna say some stuff about Republicans. They gonna gobble it up. You know, and that's what some of these cats, like I think Killer Mike was saying, you know, this loyalty that we have for the Democrat Party, like, they just take it for granted that they just gonna get that vote. You know, and folks don't understand, there was counties, okay, that's historically Democrat black counties that Hillary lost to Donald Trump. Okay? You don't lose these counties as a Democrat. And she lost a lot of counties to him because she took them for granted. Like, these go without saying. I don't even have to try to woo these people.
Man, that dude right there, he just showed what money can do, if you ask me.
Are you talking about, you said he bought the election?
Not only that, I think he appealed to a lot of people with his character. You know, the way he is. Like, I'm gonna be straight up with you. I'm gonna tell you like it is, and that's the only way I'm gonna bring it. And I think a lot of people appealed to that because they got tired of the other people fucking over them with lies and stuff like that. So I think a lot of people felt like, oh, okay, here's somebody, if he say he gonna do this, he gonna really do it.
And I don't even think they believe he was gonna do what he said he was gonna do. I think it was what you just said, the straight talk, no chaser. You know, I've been watching these debates, man, and I get sick and tired of a yes or no question lasting 2 minutes to answer.
Yeah.
You know,
exactly.
and they want to say everything, but because see what happened is, I get why they do it. I just hate the fact that the people tolerate it. They do it because they don't want to paint themselves in a corner to where they got to stand on what they said. So it's
when they ask questions about gay marriage.
Mm-hmm. You know, and see, my thing is, if you ask me something about gay marriage, and I'm running, and the party I'm running with is opposed to it. Let's say the party I'm running with is opposed to it. I'm saying, look, every president only got but so much time to do only but so much stuff. Okay? I can't fix everything that's broke in this country. What I can do is try to take the top few most important things and go at it with everything I got. And right now, I don't think that ranks up there with the value of our dollar. I don't think that ranks up with the security of our nation, whether it's folks from outside trying to hurt us inside, or whether it's folks inside trying to hurt us inside. I don't think that ranks up with all the other things that's happening with the police situation. Okay, they're not having an honest conversation about the police in this country. All right, and what really bothers me is that and folks can understand this thing is called identity politics. Okay, identity politics is a science. They studied this. They understand how it works. We don't get it. We're just sheep. Once you understand how it works, you understand how they try to manipulate you and your opinion. Once you associate yourself to a group, I belong to I'm a police officer, or I'm a police officer wife, or I belong to the police officer. I don't know what the name of their, fraternal order of police officer. I don't know what it's called, but once you associate yourself to a group, then you have to defend the group. And if you don't defend the group, now you're a traitor to the group. So if you LGBTQ, then you got to defend that group under all circumstances, because you associated yourself to that group. That's your identity. You identify with the group. And see, folks say you should run. Nah. One, I got too many skeletons. One, two, I'm gonna tell them like it is. Don't give me no money and think the money you gave me means I have to do what you say. That would be my commercial. Okay?
Yeah.
You giving me
You know,
money because you
they'll
think
put the mob on you.
yeah, you giving me money. Now I'm gonna tell them straight up. You knew. Don't give me money and think the money you giving me means I owe you a favor. I got to do what you say. Nah, don't give me no money. I don't want your money if it's like that. I want you to give me money if you think that my ideas could help you in this country. When was the last time that this government has passed any form of legislation that has benefited most Americans? You see?
Man, that shit. They do a lot of stuff that's not really benefiting us. Like they trying to take guns now.
Yeah. And what's next? When we ain't got no guns? Martial law. But folks, they want to dub you as a conspiracy nut. No, see, y'all ain't listening. It's truth in the science of how they behaving. They playing chess with us. We playing checkers. Dave Chappelle said it. They W is crazy. You know, and you remember when George Bush was president? I'm talking about Bush 2, not Bush 1. But when he was president, the going theme was he was stupid. And I'm like, really? Yeah. Y'all think the dude sitting in the Oval Office is stupid? Really? Y'all think he's really stupid? Just think about what you're saying. He's in a position that it would be hard pressed for you to get in, and he's stupid.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, I think it's if the people think I'm stupid, then that's fine. I'll let them think that. You know, because they're gonna blame me anyway. And I like how he got blamed for everything, right? And he got blamed for everything. Everything wasn't his fault. Don't get me wrong, his hands dirty too. See, folks tend to think when I go in on Democrats, I'm defending Republicans. That's people. See, people kill me with that. His hands are dirty too, but everything wasn't his fault. Bill Clinton had more to do with the housing crisis than he did. Okay, but folks don't do their homework. They don't know nothing about Glass-Steagall. They don't know nothing about all of that stuff that happened prior. Okay, but they all the time. You know, when Barack Obama won the election, he became president. How long was folks still calling back to George Bush presidency, saying how well this is his fault? Look what Barack Obama was handed. Look how look how what was handed. Well, like hold up. You mean to tell me when he was running for this job, he didn't realize how effed up the thing was? Because I remember before the election, it was jacked up. The bottom started to fall out in 2008. The election was in November 2008. So he knew what it was. Okay? But then they would say, well, he didn't know how bad it was. Oh, he didn't know how bad it was. Okay, so because he didn't know how bad it was, now you got a pumpkin man in the White House. And he said, well, no one knew healthcare would be this difficult. You know, everybody clown him. You know, the Today Show, all the late night people clown him. Well, everybody knew how difficult it was. Blah, blah. How can you not know? Blah, blah. Hold on. Y'all used to defend Barack Obama, say he didn't know how bad the situation was. So which is it? It can't be this way for your guy and then this way for the other guy. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Personally, I believe anybody that's hasn't been sworn into the job don't know stuff about the job. There's stuff on the other side of that swearing in that you just don't know until you get sworn in. That's what I believe. But my issue with folks that hold the position is not whether or not they made the bad choice. Because hindsight is the only thing that's 20/20. Sometimes we make bad choices. My issue is how you deal with it, how you deal with the bad choice you make, how frequently and how often you lie to us and mislead us, and the method in which you use the deception. Okay? We done reach a point where we don't care if politicians lie to us. At least we don't care if Democrat politicians lie. Republican politicians are not allowed to lie. But Democrat politicians, they can lie. And there's nothing, that we want to do about it. I'm like, man, And what I hate is when you are a part of a group. Like, for example, Barack Obama, he was part of the African American group, right? And Hillary Clinton was part of the female group. So they're part of these groups. So there's certain, whether it's conscious or unconscious behaviors and treatment that they got. Like, we wouldn't tolerate this from an old white man, but we would tolerate it from this woman or this black man.
Mm-hmm.
So, and when you go deeper and think about that, what you're saying is, this black man and this woman, they're not good enough to be held at the same high standard as these white men.
Yeah.
But you say they better. And if they better, then they should be held at the same standard.
I guess that's the 30-some minutes of the after show.
Yeah. Hey, I'm like, we should never do a show on politics. If you got folks saying that I be trying to take it over, I just can't help it on politics.
Oh no! I think we shouldn't do politics for the simple fact that you think the views will be down. They'll definitely be down then because it's just.
Well, see, here's the thing about people love watching politics. People love watching politics. The problem is we can't do a show like that one time. You see what I'm saying? They have to be your shtick. You have to consistently be talking politics, and then you know, somebody come, oh man, this is a great show, and the next show we talking about, cheating or something else. Then they be like, oh, yeah, I was talking politics.
Yeah. I actually think we need to do an experiment though.
What type?
Some type of experiment. We need to gather a lot of data as married men. We need to get some data together and start doing some experiments. We need to help people figure out why our relationships are so successful.
You know what? I believe our relationships are successful because we choose them to be so. And what I mean by that is, men have to capitulate to a certain degree because we are the rational thinkers in the relationship. And they won't capitulate. And if they do capitulate, you're going to be miserable. Okay? So compromise is always going to be more on our end than theirs. And then once you understand that, then you can have what appear to be from the outside looking in a successful relationship.
But you know what? I know that the picture is not perfect. I know this is hard work. I know folks don't understand that, he did this or she did that. Dang, they still together? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that's
what
are you doing it for if y'all can't go through nothing? What's the point?
Exactly.
What did you call yourself building this whole time?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Your house made of straw.
They don't get it. They didn't pay attention to those vows. They was looking so deep into the person's eyes. They was like, "Damn, I'll tear her ass up soon we get to this room." And they weren't even listening to what the pastor was saying. Till death do you part.
Some folks listening. That's why they killing folks. She got to go. But I will say, since how you brought pastor into it, infidelity is justifiable parting of ways.
Queendom versus kingdom.
Queendom versus kingdom. Queendoms exist in Disney World, and kingdoms exist in the real world.
Oh man.
Yo, you up on your Game of Thrones Are you caught up?
You told me?
Yeah.
Man, I'm too far behind, man. I be honest, I have to start all the way over.
Oh man, you killing me. It's getting ready. You got like a month, like the end of July, uh, to get caught up. Um, how
I started watching.
that Kobe? I think that Kobe. You should be able to pick it up on there, right?
Oh, the Cody, man, I just installed the Cody today, and hey man, that shit easy as hell. B, you should actually do a video on that. To be honest, because there's one dude who did a video on it like a month ago, and he got like over 100 and some thousand views. But
How many subscribers does he have though?
I don't think he got 100,000 though. I think he had some thousands, but it wasn't 100,000.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of people trying to figure out how to hack the Amazons.
Yeah.
But it's easy as hell, man. It's just that you got to figure out how to make it user. I'm trying to figure out how to make it user friendly because I don't like when you have it set up. You remember how XMBC used to be, where you'll have a movie channel, but you'll have to go through file after file just to get to the movie. So that's how that shit is right there, and that's not user friendly for people.
So is the Fire Stick user friendly?
Yeah. The Fire Stick user friendly. So like, if you want to watch a movie, it's gonna show you all of your movies on like stacked right there, and all you gotta do is click on the movie when you want to, whichever one you want to look at. If you want to go into your Netflix app, you can do that, or either your Hulu. But I was talking about with the Kodi, when you go to the movies, you're going through a filing system to get to the movies. And I know for some people that's not user friendly at all.
Okay.
Most people anyway.
Okay. So, but ain't Kodi what they use to hack the Fire Stick?
Yeah. Kodi hacks the Fire Stick, but we gotta add the plugins to be able to get the movies and stuff like that. And here's the thing too, with Kodi, you may get Kodi and then you have like a fire ass movie plugin, but then that movie plugin may get shut down because why? They shutting down a lot of these torrents now. After a while, man, these torrents gonna be a wrap.
Interesting.
Telling you, the only torrents that's not gonna be a wrap are the private ones.
I'm glad I'm a member. I need to go pay my dues and donate.
Hey man, you know what? And that's another good video too, man, because a lot of people really don't donate. You got a lot of free software out here, and people do not donate. They just be like, "Oh, it's free," and then they ask you to donate. You get mad at them, like, "Shit! If they didn't have no audio program called Audacity, you'll have to be paying for goddamn Premiere or something like that to do your damn audio."
Yeah, and I think I need to get with Audacity because I'm hearing a lot about it. What you're hearing now is straight mic raw with no Audacity filters or anything.
Oh yeah. I haven't even learned how to use my Audacity yet. The only thing I know how to do now is record and cut it and stuff like that.
I think I installed it before, but YouTube will teach you everything. Okay, Mango Mike, exactly. I live in a queendom. You say that while he rolled over sleep in the bed next to you, talking you live in a queendom.
Yeah, he ain't playing that over there.
That's funny.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and go on, turn it in, man. Ty got the award show in the morning. So.
Okay. Hey, how does it feel going to all these little graduations, these little grade school graduations?
It's cool. I think they overdo it. They don't have to have an award show every grade, but that's how they do. That's how, and that I'm gonna try to get my kids to understand. This is how they spoiling them too.
Yeah.
Having them think that everybody should get an award.
Yeah.
No, everybody shouldn't get an award.
No.
You should get an award if you really accomplished.
Yes. I'm the parent that be at a soccer match taking my kid participation trophy and throwing it in the street. F that trophy. Let's go home.
Yeah,
Participation
exactly.
trophy.
Yeah, man. They brainwashing them on the low.
And we letting
It's
it.
just
We letting it go down because we don't want to hurt their feelings. Yo, this is what I know. Okay? When Russia and China say, you know what? F that. Let's go get America. We got our little soft kids. They ain't ready. Okay? Them little Chinese kids and little Russian kids, they ready. Alright? Our little soft kids ain't ready. And we letting them be soft. Man.
well, hey, you know that's a whole nother subject right there. Like that homeschool jump.
Yeah.
Man. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
It's probably about time to get ready to start considering that for real.
Yeah, I've thought about it. I just asked myself, do I have what it takes to do right by my children on the homeschool tip?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
that's what it really boils down to.
Yeah. Being honest with yourself and knowing yourself. You know, right now I just had we looking to. Well, we've already decided to switch the kids to a different place that got private pre-K because I disagree with Georgia pre-K. And no judgment on anybody who participates in Georgia pre-K. I just feel like my child is better than that. So the place that we were going to, they got Georgia pre-K and private pre-K. And one of the teachers was like, yo, it's the same thing. And I was like, I figured that it was a possibility that this is just all the spots is full in Georgia pre-K. So if you need your child to be somewhere, this is overpaid overflow. We're gonna call it private, but we're gonna pretty much treat it the same. That's not what I'm looking for. The institution that we moving to don't have Georgia pre-K, so they have private pre-K. And it's more expensive, and their curriculum, you know, is and they got kindergarten. So I'm debating on what to do with the first grade. Should I let them go into the school that's in my subdivision, or at that point, do I send them to private, or do I just bring them home?
No.
Public schools, man, we have no control over what they're indoctrinating our kids with, and if we don't have no control and no say so, no input, why you think there's so much static in the home, especially when parents are working and they don't have the time that they used to have to be active in what's their kid being pumped in their head? And I ain't talking about the other kids.
You know what I did say?
Go ahead.
I did tell Toya. I told my wife, I was like, I'm about to start teaching Thai code. I think more than anything,
yeah, man,
that's gonna be something that's gonna help her really be successful, like in these later years, like, because that's what it's gonna all be about. Because everything is about making everything automated. So when we get to that point where almost everything is automated, you still gotta have humans to take care of that maintenance on it, or even programming and tell it what to do.
Yeah.
So
teach them code and teach them agriculture. Teach them tech and agriculture, because with that tech and agriculture, you got two routes you can take. Left route is tech, no EMP. Right route, agriculture with the EMP. Okay, we don't want to be assed out if we ever get EMP'd.
Yeah.
Just hungry. just hungry eaters. No.
But all right, man. We'll see you tomorrow.
All right, Dan.
See you Monday. Monday is going down again.
Okay. Tomorrow,
11 p.m.
Tomorrow night, I'm gonna be streaming on the Mr. Mango Head show. I'm trying to figure out what game I'm gonna be playing. But yeah, that's what's up. All right, then. Peace. You be easy. Good night, Shayna. Go to sleep.
All right. Yeah, good night, Shayna.
All right.
Now I know he just told you to go to bed too.
He probably already asleep. No, he probably playing ESO. He loved playing that ESO. I said he should stream.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
I guess that's it. All right, deuces, people.